orange one.
We have a Donald in the house today.
I'm okay with dancing now.
Are you? Are we loose? Loose as a goose? Woo! Welcome, everybody. Hi, it's Gina here, and welcome to Noon on Tuesday. Rob, welcome back.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Good to be here. Very good.
Good?
Yep, ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Today we're going to be very casual, not serious at all. We're going to have fun with words, cheese words, mispronunciations. Yes, funny things we hear in the life of a cheesemonger.
Absolutely.
Because Rob, you've been mongering a long time.
Yeah, I've been behind I started almost over 9 years ago now.
That's crazy.
So I'm
yeah.
going on 10 years.
So you have lots of stories.
Lots of stories.
Lots of things people have asked or said.
I will say this, before we get into it, as a kind of a caveat, what made me fall in love with this job was the customers.
Yeah.
I just love helping customers. I love, finding the right cheese, the perfect cheese for people. I love the interaction.
Yep.
I found out I was pretty good at it, putting on that apron and being behind the counter and just, sampling, educating, just the whole experience was just fun on both sides of the counter for me.
Yeah. Makes mongering so fun, right?
Yeah. And I also got to say, before I started working with cheese, and it's, almost 10 years, and I worked with cheese even before Venissimo a little bit, I knew nothing.
0.0.
Yes. And I go into stores where I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure I ask some stupid questions.
Exactly. Or say something kind of silly and kind of funny.
Or a joke that they've heard a million times.
Yes.
So I guess what we were going to explore today were some of the funny things that we hear.
That
the
just
funny
make
stories,
you smile, right?
Some jokes that we hear over and over again that I think people are saying telling us for the first time.
Yeah, it's
some
all
mispronunciations,
good, right?
which, again, why would you know how to pronounce some of these crazy Spanish, French, Italian cheese names if you don't work with them every day?
Right, exactly. And I guess the moral to the story is don't be scared to ask for it. Even though we're talking about what we're here today to, if you want to, know how to be suave at the cheese counter.
And
I'll tell you how to pronounce it, but don't be shy, right?
No, and one of the missions of Venissimo from since I started working there was to take the intimidation and the snobbiness out of the experience.
Yes, no snobs allowed, right? No, we want to have fun with it. We want to make it, personal and
right.
Yeah,
totally.
So with that said, I think one of the most common ones we're going to start with. We got to know what this is, right?
Yeah, I know what it is.
You know what it is. I do too.
Should I say it?
You should say it.
So there is a cheese called Manchego. Manchego is a cheese from La Mancha. So it's Manchegan, like Don Quixote is Manchegan. And the full name of the cheese is Manchego, Manchego.
No N in the middle.
80% of our customers, and more power to them.
Yeah, must be the most mispronounced cheese in the world, I think.
Manchego.
Yeah.
Manchego. And going back to that whole taking the snobbiness out of it, we know what you mean.
Exactly.
So, we've got Manchego.
Of course. We've got Manchego if you want it.
We've got Manchego. And so there's no reason to correct people.
No.
And so we get the cheese. Yeah,
it's making you feel confident.
Right. Yeah, no, we know what you mean.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean, sometimes I'll see somebody who might be kind of new to cheesemongering or just to customer service, and a customer will ask for something like a Brie.
Right.
And there's confusion just in that word because there's traditional Bries and then there's Brie styles.
Right. And then that's getting to that nitty-gritty kind of borderline snobby detail.
But if you're asking for a Brie,
right,
I know what you mean.
Exactly. We will get to the source of what you're looking for just with the word Brie.
So we'll just be like, okay, do you want like a more mushroomy, traditional,
yes,
pungent Brie, or do you want something more buttery and rich, which would be more like a triple cream Brie style?
Yeah. It's so interesting. But we will know. Say Brie, we'll know where to begin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
Although I had a funny story once. I remember fromage dauphinois, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know it's one of our most popular Brie-style cheeses.
Famous double cream.
Right? Famous double cream. And it is freaking delicious, right? But it was so funny because, you'll go through the tastings and everything. And one person was like, you know what? I don't like Brie. I don't want any Brie. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, well, where would you want to begin? Mm-hmm. Looking in the case, like, I'll start with the fromage dauphinois.
Right.
Which is really cute because it's kind of a Brie. But again, to each, it's all good. Right?
So one thing I hear a lot is, I'm here shopping for a friend who is a chef, or they've got this amazing palate.
Yes.
So I don't need anything pedestrian like a brie or a cheddar.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, you know what? This is not the brie or the cheddar that you may have grown up eating from the grocery store or the Gouda.
That tastes like kind of rubber
Yes.
or yeah.
So bries and cheddars are some of the best cheeses in the world, are some of the most complex cheeses in the world.
Yes.
And there's such a range of the rubbery, like factory produced, mass produced styles. And then there's the farmstead artisan.
Right, like the
really
Montgomerys
ones,
or, cloth bound from Cabot, something like that. And yeah, to think that a cheddar is boring or a brie is boring.
And then our goal is to kind of educate you without making you feel stupid or being arrogant and snobby about it.
Yes.
And so, have a taste of this. This is a unique cheddar because it's made with sheep's milk, or it's a goat's milk cheddar.
Right.
Or this one is from this incredible producer. Just have a taste.
Yeah, aged 10 years. How's that going to taste compared to something else, right? A
10-year cheddar.
It's like my arm says, you can't see my arm, but you can read my arm, Rob. What it says, fear less.
Yep.
Try it, even though maybe like, I don't know if I like the blue cheese, I don't know if I like, and not cheddar. Oh, I hate cheddars. Yeah. Try one because they are all so different and it can surprise you. That's the funnest thing.
To me, like the two of the most polarizing cheeses or kind of general cheese styles are goat cheese.
Yes.
People come in and they say they love or they hate goat cheese.
Yeah.
And I always say,
yes.
I bet you I can find a goat cheese that
that you're going to love. Yes.
Or love. And I bet you won't even realize it's a goat cheese.
That it's a goat. I'm glad you brought up goat because I don't know if you remember this, Rob, years ago when you were working at Mission Hills, you guys kept this little spiral notebook, and every night someone would leave a note of something that happened or, something that the person opening the next day should hear about. And this is what one customer had said. I think it's a great line. It says, Chev, which is goat cheese, nature's meat without the blood.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I've heard somebody said in Mission Hills, it's probably in that book somewhere, they tasted a really ripe goat cheese, and they said it's like licking the underbelly of a goat. Like, I've never done that before. I guess you have.
Can you imagine it?
I suppose. I mean, we've been to some goat farms, and we've smelled what it smells like.
Next time, you might have to give it a try.
In my notes here, I wrote down, speaking of chev, in mispronunciations, a lot of people will say chèvre.
Chèvre. Oh, right.
And it makes me think of
with the French.
Something about Mary, and when they said Brett Favre.
Chèvre, Favre. So both of them are chev and Favre,
exactly.
Right?
Yep.
No ruh at the end. You talk about the licking the goat belly thing. Okay, so one customer didn't like a sample we gave. This one didn't work out so well, but let me read this one because this is so good.
I hope they didn't spit it on the tasting board.
But they said they didn't like it. It says, "Can I just vomit on this bread? It'll give you the same experience that I just had trying
Just
that."
go ahead and vomit on everything. Yeah, that's great.
So, ow, that was pretty good though. That one made me laugh. That was pretty funny. I loved it.
That's very polite to ask if they can vomit. That was very,
yeah, exactly,
how
exactly.
Sweet.
I love it. Okay, so chev, we know now is proper.
Should we talk about
Manchego?
Pecorino?
You mean pecorino?
Pecorino is what we hear a lot.
Yes, pecorino. Pecorino, yes.
Pecorino is another general term, just as chev is.
We've got a farm in here today.
Like a petting zoo. Just like chev is a general, it's a French word for goat.
Right.
Pecorino comes from the Italian pecora, which means sheep, so it just means sheep's milk cheese from Italy is what pecorino means.
Mm-hmm.
Pecorino.
Correct. Pecorino.
But for whatever reason,
it's a funny one.
Always read it as pecorino.
Pecorino. We'll know what you mean though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We'll know what you mean.
And so, we've got lots of pecornios.
Pecornios are great. I love them.
Lots of sheep's words. Yeah. What I'll do is like subtly repeat it back the correct way, so, to be just so they know, but it's also not calling them out, especially if there's other people that are shopping.
So do you ever call out, like if you go to a restaurant or it's wrong? Like what if
they
the
make
board
a mistake on a restaurant?
You do? Yeah.
No, I just don't like to be that guy. I don't like to be that know-it-all cheese guy.
The cheese snob, the know-it-all.
One thing that I notice, there's a burger place that I go to, and they ask you if you want white cheddar, American or white cheddar, I think is what they...
Yeah, that's interesting because I think everyone associates American cheddar with being orange.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of the ones that invented that orange look to blocks of cheddar.
Well, it's funny because the color in cheese doesn't really have any effect on the flavor.
Where
it's
it comes
flavorless
from,
dye.
Yeah.
And American cheese doesn't mean anything either because it just means it's from America.
Yeah. That's a funny misnomer. Yeah.
Right.
It's just stuck through all the years.
But what we label as American cheese is actually in the cheddar family.
Yes.
So
I'm confused myself.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
I mean, we won't go too into it,
track.
but I see mistakes on menus all the time.
Yeah.
I used to...
Oh, really quick, though,
Yeah.
on cheddar, since you're talking about cheddar.
course.
Here was a note from September 9th, 2010. Somebody said, I love Hook's cheddar. It transcends.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
I like that.
Who knew?
We can write that on the tag.
It transcends. We could use this as a good description. I like that.
Well, Hook's
Okay,
cheddar
go
is great. We usually carry the 10-year.
It's orange,
It's orange.
not a white.
Which is just a dye, like I said. So it doesn't really affect the flavor. So, if you say, oh, I like white cheddar better, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're maybe thinking of a specific white cheddar that you really like, but
Sure.
the color really has nothing to do with the flavor.
That's true.
It's more about the age and where it comes from.
Yeah.
Speaking of cheddar and mispronunciations, I jotted down a couple that I just remembered last night from over the years. And a lot of times what I find is people will take French words and Americanize them.
Okay.
So an example
Oh,
of
I know
that
what you're going. Yes.
is Beaufort, and I've heard it
Yes.
pronounced Beaufort.
Beaufort. It looks like Beaufort.
I've even heard that happens with towns. So towns that
Yeah.
are named after like French towns or Spanish towns, if there's a Madrid, there's Madrid in Spain, and there in Iowa there's a Madrid. They'll pronounce it a little bit differently.
A little bit different, yeah.
And a lot of towns in California are Spanish names.
Sure.
And so we'll do the the Anglicize or the
Yeah.
we'll Englishize it, whatever you call it. Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'm from a town called Alameda.
Yeah.
Which is really Alameda.
Alameda.
It'd be
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it goes the other way too, where we have a cheese called Mount Tam, and somebody was reading the
yeah.
tag. This was in Mission Hills years ago, and they're like, "Can I taste the Mont Tam?"
Mont Tom.
Absolutely,
Very formal.
Yeah, it's named for Mount Tamalpais
Yes.
in Northern California.
Right.
But
And they also spell it MT
Yes.
Tam
Yeah.
instead of MONT. So it's hard to know. I mean, do you say MT? Do you say...
People say MT,
Yeah, exactly.
which makes sense. I would probably do the same thing if I were shopping.
But we would know what you mean.
We would know what you mean. So there's a cheese called bandage cheddar.
Yeah.
And it's from Northern California.
California, yep.
A really nice producer, and somebody asked for bandaged.
Yes, bandaged. Isn't it funny? Just because a word, it seems like it should be more formal than it is.
Yeah.
In the name. Yeah, it's really good.
When you're looking at all these other ones and you're just in that mindset that it's going to be some kind of complicated pronunciation or what have you, but it was a lot simpler than that.
Right. Speaking of simple, though, I think that if I'm going to give one tip, if you want to make sure that... I think the one word in the cheese world that so many people mispronounce, but is the one that can show that you kind of know anything about cheese, is camembert.
Yes.
Not camembert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the most dead giveaway. Anyone going to France or Paris, anywhere like this, do not say camembert.
Yeah.
Just say camembert, then you're in. You're in, and you can say anything else, I think, right? You could mispronounce anything else. Maybe chèvre. Chèvre and camembert.
Yeah.
But then you are in with the French. I think
feel
it's good,
like
right?
Camembert is a little bit more common than
I think, but I still hear
Pecorino
camembert.
Yeah,
It's an
every
interesting
once in a while.
thing.
That's
yeah.
like the Beaufort thing.
The Beaufort. And it looks like Beaufort. Hard to know. Right,
Yeah.
right. And Beaufort's not like an everyday cheese.
Right.
But camembert,
And
you see a lot.
camembert is so popular in France. To me, it's up there.
Like
Like as popular as Brie or more.
Sure.
I mean, if you're in Normandy, it's definitely more popular.
Camembert everywhere.
Well, speaking of things to do's and don'ts when you come into the cheese shop, I would say the number one thing that I would recommend people doing when they walk into a cheese store or any specialty store where the experts are behind the counter is to engage.
Yeah. Say yes to the sample.
Yeah, engage.
Yeah. Don't be shy.
I was at a cheese store in Los Angeles with a friend of mine, and we walk in, and my buddy's like, he's asking me all these questions about the cheese, and I go, I don't know. Ask the monger. They know their cheese.
Exactly.
I don't know their cheese.
Right.
Let's engage. Let's taste. Let's talk to the monger and see what they have.
And every monger has a different perspective, a different favorite, a different reason they might like something, right?
And they know what's right. They know what came in really good. They know what came in too salty. They know They
That's
know
not
their
quite
cheese.
ripe enough.
Right.
Something that
This needs
needs
a
more
couple
time.
days. Let this one sit out for a while. So the big thing
Mongers
is,
like to talk about what they know, right?
the big thing is to engage. And another question that I get a lot, which is it's impossible to answer, is what's the best cheese? What's the best cheese you have?
That is a tough question.
My favorite cheese today is
exactly.
people also come in and a thing I hear a lot is, so like, what's really good? What of your cheeses, like, what's really good, right? What's not right
like
now. It's
all...
not. They mean like, what's a really good cheese better than other cheeses? And my answer usually to that is that, well, we've got thousands of choices for ordering cheese.
Yes.
We only carry cheeses that we feel are
very good.
So what are you looking for?
Any of these? Yes.
Let's whittle it down. Do you want something soft, hard? Do you want mild? Do you want strong? I mean, we've got everything.
Yes.
So tell me what you're
And it's happy to go through that process of exploration and seeing, oh, I do like this one, I don't like this one, and why.
Right.
Then we can get really narrow down to the heart of getting you exactly what you want.
And it's totally natural. It's
Yeah.
natural to come in, and I give anyone props to come in and they're not sure what to expect, or you're scared. I mean, you're looking at 100 and something cheeses in front of you.
Yes, I would be scared.
Daunting, yeah. I remember the first, and the smell.
Yes, right,
which
right.
We don't smell anymore, but people tell me it still smells.
Smells like cheese for some reason.
Yeah,
Weird.
Exactly. That's one of the jokes I have that I hear probably 3 times a day. It smells like cheese in here. Who cut the cheese?
I love that one. Yeah.
But I mean, if we carry something, it means we really, really like it.
Absolutely. It's all good.
Because we have lots of choices.
Sure. Tell me, sir, do you carry any howdas?
That
another word,
that's
right?
Funny.
Yeah.
So the American English pronunciation is Gouda. But if you go overseas to the Netherlands, if you're at a market in Amsterdam and you ask for Gouda, they'll correct you probably.
Sure.
And they'll say, yeah, we've got some Gouda.
You did that really good.
Thank you very much. Practice. I've hawked a lot of loogies in my day, so just kidding.
Yes, that makes you a good Gouda speaker.
But that's another one.
Gouda, yeah, that's an interesting
we get a lot.
one. Gouda. You say Gouda, we say Gouda.
I hear. Oh, sorry, you're gonna say something.
Oh, I was just thinking of gorgonzola too.
Gorgonzola, yep.
Yes, that's a good one. Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
And it is a blue cheese. People will often say they want they would like gorgonzola, but they don't like blue.
Really good one.
They're all blue, which is okay. Right? Who knew?
Gorgonzola is a blue cheese.
Yes.
That's the one I hear
so that's
all the time. Do you guys have any blues or gorgonzolas? And I'm not sure why gorgonzola was...
How got separated?
Maybe
because it was always the crumbles, and you think of that as different.
I know there is a different penicillian strain from the original, so that could have been why people thought of it as different. But
that's kind of geeky reason.
Exactly. Am I giving people too much credit here?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just in that family of blues because it's the color blue because it's moldy, good mold, tasty, yummy mold.
All cheese is mold. It's all good. Yeah.
What do I hear a lot? I hear a lot. I studied in France.
Yes.
When I was in college.
Yep.
30 years ago, I was in France for 2 months.
Yep.
On a trip abroad.
Yes.
So I know my cheese.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All good.
Let's
keep going.
Of French cheeses.
Lots of Frenchies. Yeah.
My friend's a chef. I think I said that.
Yeah,
already.
the friend's a chef, and that being there, still, that's really hard. You're in France, say, or in Italy, and you have an experience, and you've tasted something, and then to get back here, you kind of want to replicate that, and it's never quite the same because you
Let me tell you something.
You can't capture the smells, the feelings, the moment of being somewhere. Here, we'll try to get it to taste just as good as you had it, in France. But it's tough, right? It's so much more than just the taste.
It's the whole experience. I mean, when we took that group to Italy a couple months ago, you can't, no matter how much we try, you can't duplicate eating a raw, soft cheese in the cheesemaker's backyard, with the wine that they made and everything else that they made with their family while they're telling stories.
Exactly.
You can have that same exact cheese in Mission Hills or North Park or something, and it's not going to be as good in your brain. It's not going to be as good.
Yeah.
So
but we'll try.
We
try.
We do our best.
Exactly. I've got a whole pile of kind of, I think, might be risque cheese things that have come up. There's a note sitting here. You're going to explain this to me.
I see my name over there.
Rob is our resident cheese fluffer.
I don't know what that means.
Do we know what this means?
I don't want to know what that means.
Well, you were at some point, so okay. I thought you might be able to tell us what that is.
Maybe they mean like whisper, cheese
whisperer. Maybe that's a code word for this.
That's my handwriting. I see right
Yeah,
there.
somebody must have said to you again. This is so cute. I want to marry this batch of oso irati.
That's a pretty.
It must have been a really good batch,
Mm-hmm.
right? That was really cute, really good. I love it.
That's sweet.
Here is a customer helping. Oh my gosh, select cheeses. I remember this for a first date that go well with Pinot Noir. After many tastes, they tried the perfect cheese. To which Brian, the monger, proclaimed, "She'll love it when you pull out your Pinot."
Wow, that's pretty good. If he meant that, like, did he come up with that on the spot, or did it just come out of his?
You know, Brian, if you're listening, because Brian, you know who you are.
We
let
all
us know if that was a just pull it right out of the hat, or
we love you,
but
Brian.
that was
We miss
really
you.
good. Yeah, that was really, really good.
One thing I like to say when going back to that, a lot of times people will say, I'm from France, or my friend's from France, so they know their cheese. I know my cheese. A lot of times I'll be like, well, I'm from the United States and I don't know everything about hot dogs or hamburgers.
There you go. Look at that. Turn the tables. I like it. Okay, one more risque.
Let's hear this.
Customer. In regards to the next cheese they wanted to try. So I'd been trying some cheeses for a little bit of time. Wanted to try. This came out of the monger's mouth. This is when we say silly, funny things too. She says, "Do you want to stay hard?"
Oh my god!
Says this to the customer. I'm like, "Are you kidding?" I mean, I can just imagine her face, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Funny things come out of mouths from both directions.
Oh my god!
Right? Isn't that good? I'm so glad we have this little book. This is my favorite, the one, though. I was there this day. This lady came in. This was when we first opened. She bought a pile of cheese. I don't know if maybe you were there too, Rob. And she screams in the center of the store, "You should sue Disneyland because this is the happiest place on earth."
Oh, that's the best.
Isn't that the coolest?
Somebody said that. We did a kids class. We did a kids class in Del Mar.
Yeah.
We actually had a celebrity. I won't say who it is, but they're with two of his kids.
Yeah.
And his daughter said after the class, "This was better than Disneyland."
Aww.
And I was like, "Can we put that on our website
Can
as a
we
testimonial?"
say that?
Was great.
That is so good. And so that was a little girl or boy, small child.
It was she was probably 8 years old or something like that.
That is so cool because, can I share this one with you if I can find it? Apparently at Liberty Public Market at our shop there, this kindly couple had come in earlier in the day, had a great time. Then we went to dinner. They came back later because they said, "We went to dinner, but the whole time, all we could do was think about cheese." They had to come back and tell us that. That was super cool. We love that. We keep all of these great things because it warms the heart, right?
What was the sign that you made where, there's one sign on Chimay, which is funny.
Oh, there's still a
the way
couple
it was
on them.
worded.
Yes.
What was the one that says "goes great with crack"?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Or it was a receipt
If
that...
anybody,
do you remember this?
I do remember this. So one of our cheeses, back in the day when receipts could only hold a certain number of characters, in a line.
And people should probably, our customers know our receipts have the whole description of the cheeses on them.
Exactly. Well, what I had meant to say was that the cheese goes great with crackers, but what came out on the receipt was goes great with crack, which I suppose that would have done it. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, we do all kinds of pairings.
We do pairings. Have you done that class yet?
Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah,
okay,
really
that's
fun.
the next one.
We do it in an alley.
Excellent, downtown in an alley. But that went with crack. We still do have the tag for Chimay, and that was my favorite. It's made by monks, bathed in beer.
Right.
What is that word for when a sentence means two things?
Double entendre?
A double entendre, I think so. So that one we still kept. I thought there was one other one that I really liked, but no, it escapes
I know there
me.
is.
We still had to keep those because that's like classic vintage Venissimo.
It was
shenanigans.
Yeah, there's a few good examples of that. What I should also, I wrote down in my notes here, the Monty Python skit, which used to be on the
It's
iPod.
on, yes, and
Is it still on one of the iPods?
It is not because we don't use an iPod anymore.
Oh, duh.
So sorry.
Really?
What century are you in?
I know. Shows how often I'm in the stores working now.
But no, we still have it. If anyone hops onto our website and searches around for Venezuelan beaver cheese, I do have the link for the Monty Python Cheese Shop skit. And go and listen to this, everybody, if you've never heard it. And especially mongers can relate to this. Because when we first started, it was a funny skit. It's Saturday Night Live for anybody that doesn't know. Monty Python. I'm sorry, they were their own thing, not Saturday Night Live.
They were the Saturday Night Live of England
exactly.
in like the 70s. Yeah.
But they did this whole cheese shop skit where a gentleman goes into the cheese shop and asks for cheeses and they're out of everything.
Yeah.
And this happens, right? There are days when some people come in, they're like, do you have this? Oh, no, not today. Never on a Monday.
No, and I thought
Comes
I
on
thought
Thursdays.
Of it
Yeah, we say
because
those things.
We
Yeah.
were in, or I was in North Park over the weekend, and somebody came in on Sunday, and they had like 3 or 4 very specific cheeses that they were looking for, and we completely struck out. We went 0 for 4.
Like this...
And I was.
What kind of cheese shop are you?
I felt compelled to tell them.
in the district.
Yeah, exactly. I felt compelled to just tell them, you're looking for a specific blue cheese, but we have 14 others with that flavor
could
profile.
work.
Now, here's the thing: we only have room for, say, 120 cheeses on on the shelves. There's tens of thousands out there.
Yes.
So we don't have most
everything
cheeses.
all the time. Yeah.
Most of the cheeses out there we're not going to have.
Yeah.
But
we try.
Yeah, and it's just it's interesting, and I think that opens people's eyes because they figure there's probably only a couple hundred cheeses, really.
Right.
No,
Thousands.
thousands and thousands.
Exactly. But on back to that skit, for every monger out there, now everybody knows what Pont l'Evêque. Do you have Pont l'Evêque?
Yeah.
All those cheeses, I never knew. Port Salut. Wensleydale, yes. I mean, now everybody knows these cheeses.
Venezuelan beaver cheese.
My favorite.
My favorite, but never on a Tuesday. Yeah, really, really
Such a good skit.
Yeah, it's so fun. So we're just having too much fun with words. And I guess the bottom line is come into the shops, never be shy. Whatever you say, we're going to love it. Say some funny things because then you might make it into our book of historical sayings.
And there's just no stupid questions.
No,
at all.
we have stupid answers sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or stupid people. I'm.
I speak for yourself.
Yeah, right.
But there's other good way I know to learn because obviously this shows we're on the Specialty Produce Network, and Specialty Produce just opened their studio kitchen.
Oh,
and I know, Rob, you're going to do a class there, like kind of a getting to know cheese where people can learn a lot. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're going to do our signature class. It's going to be on October 4th. We haven't even set it up on the website yet, so it's not even sellable yet.
But it's going to be coming.
Yeah, October 4th, 6 p.m., I believe we're going to start.
Nice.
We're going to be tasting. We'll do history, geography. We're going to taste probably 10 different cheeses.
Nice, yeah.
And I'm really excited about it. They said I'm kind of the guinea pig. I'm going to be one of the first people presenting here, and the kitchen's absolutely beautiful. And we just love working with special teams so much, of course.
Yeah.
So it should be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be open to, I think they have 50
That's so cool.
seats or so.
Yeah, yeah. And I know we're going to do some like where we can make a cheese tray because I know people love to say, how can you design a cool tray? Like something like that, some more educational things like that coming up. And
and hopefully we can expand on it. We've got, we talk about this all the time, but we have classes at 3 of our 4 locations and a lot of stuff going on off-site.
Sure.
Beer and cheese, wine and cheese. So we're going to do, for the one here at Specialty for Cheese 101, we call Getting to Know Cheese, we're going to bring wine. So there will be wine that comes with. So you're going to go home pretty full, couple glasses, and, they're they're interactive, they're fun. I always say it's like a college class, but with wine and cheese.
So better than a college class.
So better than a college class. Well, I'm sure some people brought wine or beer into their college classes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, super fun.
So it should be, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, awesome.
Just excited. And then hopefully we'll expand and do more classes here after the Getting to Know Cheese. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And whatever you say, just say that you love cheese and come on in anytime. Cheers. Everyone have a good one.
Bye. Cheers.